I left school with nothing. Not one GCSE. Well, one in drama, but not in anything useful. I just fucked around a lot, to be honest. Most of the time, actually. Thing was, fucking around in drama got me a C, whereas in the real subjects, well, they really frowned upon fucking around. So I failed them. I mean, I could have got a grade in home ec, I can cook, see, but I wanted to do IT as well, and I couldn't do both subjects. Didn't fit on the options form, I suppose. I mean, you could get special circumstances if you asked, and I did, but due to the fucking around, they weren't particularly interested in helping me. Turns out that IT was pigging useless in 1998. I mean, wouldn't have done much good if I'd passed anyway. A computer then was virtually unrecognisable from a computer today. They were useless. The school didn't even have the internet, so what was the point? Clip art was pretty cool, I suppose. I used to spend the lessons changing the colours of the clip arts pixel by pixel. So I had no grades, no real skills, save for changing the colour of a car on clip art. I was verging on unemployable. Eventually, about a year later, the old dear finally forced me to get a job. At the Wetherspoons. I shit you not. They were the only bastards willing to give me a job. You know, McDonald's, Burger King, even the sodding Wimpy wouldn't hire me. HMV didn't even give me a form to fill in. So I spent a year collecting glasses till I turned 18, then I went behind the bar. And then another year followed of serving the serious alcoholics in the morning, the yuppies with their brick mobile phones in the afternoons, and the fucking townies at night. I think it's fair to say I was pretty depressed at that time, working in a town pub in Swindon. The Savoy it was called, ironic name for that shithole. Anyway, I was drinking in the park one Monday afternoon. Don't judge, Monday is the pub workers' Saturday. And I met this guy. Well, he's a friend of a friend sort of thing, and he tells me about the festivals. He works them selling bagels, and he knows a guy who sells tents, who knows a guy who sells all sorts of tap from wedding dresses to wellies. And they need a worker for Glastonbury. So he gives me his number. I call him up then and there, pissed as a fart, and I got the job. He said I had to be at the Blue Gate next week. That was it. Oh no, the last thing he said was, "You don't nick stuff, do you?" I replied in the negative, "Great, see you then." So, 1 week, one train, one very expensive taxi later, and I'm at the Blue Gate. Luckily, the taxi driver knew where to go. It was the best summer of my life up to that point. We'd show up each week, set up a huge tent, stock it up, sell random stuff to pissheads, pack it all down, stick it in the lorry and go on to the next one. I stayed working for them for the entire season. It was fantastic. Working outdoors, seeing music, getting wrecked all the time. I was earning 500-600 quid a week. Yeah, true, I was working 12 to 17 hours a day, but even so. And that was me. Every summer in the great outdoors, sleeping in a tent. I did most of the cooking, watched the odd gig. We went all round, Isle of Wight, Ireland, Denmark. It was great. End of the season, I'd come home and live off my wages until the Christmas market started. I was on top of the world. Then a few years later, something happened. Something changed. It was at the Download Festival. I didn't recognise one band on the lineup. Not one. And they all sounded shit. Just the same noise duplicated by every band, and I was tired. Not normal tired, but exhausted. It was the first day of the festival season, and all I could think was, how am I going to last 3 months of this? Everyone was younger. I was chatting up this girl. I thought it was going really well. I thought, she'll be back. No. She turned round. She was walking off, and I heard her say clear as day, "Shut up, child, don't be ridiculous. He's like so old, yeah? I totally got a discount, though." Something like that. Then it hit me. She was about 19. I was knocking on 37. I was old. I was old and working in someone else's festival shop with no real skills. I'm pretty sure the invention of Photoshop rendered my clip art skills obsolete. I was fucked. That was a long summer. I dragged myself through, lying in my tent night after night on the back of grueling 16-hour days, just wondering, what the fuck am I going to do? By the time Reading rolled around, I was done. I went home, went online, looked at some courses. Care work, HGV, that kind of thing. I mean, there's some okay stuff around. Well, it's never too late, I suppose. I might try not fucking around this time.